Hi, and welcome to a short video showing you how to use the Groovy Policy in Gravity.io. So let's first of all head over to an API this time, rather than Gravity. So you can see that we've hit an API. It's basically the London Tube network status, and if we pretty print it, what you'll see is that it gives you a summary of each tube line in London, and it essentially tells you whether there's good service or not. So there's a lot of data here. Even though it's summarized, there's a lot of data. And you can see that some lines have severe delays, but some lines are working well. Okay, so there's a lot of data there. So say, for example, in this scenario, we wanted to use a Groovy script to take this data and summarize it right down to exactly how many lines were running well and how many lines were had issues. So what we're going to do now, first of all, is that we're going to create an API. We've got an entry point of Groovy demo. We've got an endpoint, which is our tube status. And then what we do is that we're going to, on the request phase, we're not going to add any policies. But on the response phase, we're going to add a Groovy policy. And the Groovy policy that we're going to add is essentially going to summarize all that data. So I've added some Groovy script. I apologize, I'm not the best Groovy developer, so I've kind of really broken this down. And what I'm doing is that I've created some counters, and then I parse the data that's coming back, and I add data to those counters. So if something's got severity 10, then it's good service, etc. Okay, so I basically summarize all that data, and it's got a Groovy script in there, and this is what I'm using. So I can do that with you. I'm going to just take that and then add it to my Groovy script right down here. Okay, so I'm just going to, let's knock out what's in there at the moment. And paste in what we just had up there. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so now let's save that and deploy those changes. And now let's head over to Postman. And if we just send that, what you'll see is that our API is now giving us Groovy demo is now giving us a summary. So previously what was happening is that we were getting this kind of response, all this response, but now with our Groovy script we're able to summarize that it's giving there's 11 total lines, good service is 9, minor delays 2, severe delays, and it's just been updated now. Okay, so in a really straightforward way, you can add a Groovy policy in your API flow to really summarize out that data and give you a more coherent response rather than reams and reams of JSON. Hope that helps, and you can really kind of use this to manipulate any response in any way you want. Thanks a lot. Bye now.